Hi everybody, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! From Ohio, here to bring you a Simply Saturday card, which means it's simple, but maybe today you're going to look at this card and think maybe not so simple, but it is. It's very simple, but it's got layers to it. And I just thought it was so cute, and the paper I used I really loved. It is actually out of the Celebration catalog, which will be out starting January the 7th. And along with our new mini catalog in that. So I just love this paper, so I just wanted to use it. I just actually got it in today, and so I made some stuff real quick with it, and here to show you that. And not much going on with Stampin' Up! We're getting ready for our big celebration, but you do know we have some online exclusives that came in really are up, and they're new and stuff, and they're fun. I see my hair sticking up in my, there we go. That looked funny. Okay. But anyway, they are out, and they are some really cute online exclusives, so you'll need to look at those. And as far as my card, I will have the PDF up for you, which will be on my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP, that you can get it there. And that just has the dimensions. It's not really a big PDF telling you exactly step-by-step instructions, but it does have the dimensions, a picture of the card that you can look at, and things like that. So that will be up on Stamp Crazy VIP. If you do not belong to that, I wish you would come over and join it, because I do show my Tuesday videos there at 10 o'clock on Tuesday mornings. I don't get my YouTubes up that fast. I wish I did, and someday I will. I just don't seem to get that organized with that. But anyway, all the PDFs are there. There's 4 years of PDFs in those files of all different kinds of cards, the instructions for them. So this is going to be on 3 different platforms. It will be on Stamp Crazy VIP, my Facebook group. It'll be on Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes, my Facebook business page, and it will be on Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes YouTube. So if you're watching, you're on one of those platforms, and I appreciate that. If you are on my Stamp Crazy VIP, which means that you have joined it, and I thank you for that. If you are on my Facebook page, Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes, I would love for you to please like that and follow that. And if you're on my YouTube, I would love for you to subscribe to that. And on any of them, I'd love for a thumbs up or a heart, whichever one you're on. Sometimes thumbs ups on YouTube, hearts are on the Facebook, so I'd love that. I am going to now turn the camera down so that you can see the cards that I'm going to do. We are actually doing 3 cards. Oh, and before I tell you that, please comment in the comments on whatever platform you are on, because I will be giving away a card. Your name will go into a drawing, and I'll give away a card that week. So please put in something in the comments. Just say hey, or that you're watching it, whatever you think, whatever, and that would be great. I would also appreciate if you could share my videos. Even though it's a pre-recorded video, you can still share it for other people to see, and I'd be really thankful for that. So right now, I am going to turn my camera face down so that you can see the cards, and we'll make them real quick. Okay, let's go down, and I am going to refresh my page up here so that I can see where my camera's at. Oh, it looks pretty good to me. Oh, well, that's crazy. There we go. All right, here's our cards that we're going to make. And here is our paper. Let me get that. I got a bunch of stuff sitting on top of it, of course. And it is the mushroom paper. It's called Toadstool Gardens. It's a 6x6 pack. And you get plenty of each one of them. And I'll just thumb through Here's one with more of a green background, and then this is the back part of it. And then here's one with fresh freesia on the back, and the front of it has more of a fresh freesia look with the little toadstools and stuff. Here's one with a stripe with the difference: pumpkin pie, melon mambo, granny apple green, and it looks like it might be gray granite. And that has these little dots, which is this paper up here. And this one is more like, I don't know, it kind of looks like a wood grain to me. And it has these mushrooms that are in the Poppy Parade, the fresh freesia, and the granny apple green. And then we have this little background here that has this kind of squirrel background with the colors in it. And then last we have one with leaves and with toadstools. So it is a very cute paper, and that's what we're going to use today. And I'm going to show you something that's really easy to do. As you can see, all three of them have the same paper, like here, here, and here, 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 and here, and then here, here, and here. And so what we do, we cut all that at one time, we separate it, and we make 3 cards. Really, really easy to do. So let's get started, and I'm going to set these off to the side. I'll just put those right up there, because what we are going to do, let me get these embellishments off of here, and I'll just show you what we're using. All the cards are the same. I got a piece of 5 1/4 by 4, which this is going to go here. That's the inside of my card. I have my card base, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4 and folded. This will be on the front with the pattern paper on top. It's just a mat. And then we have this cut out for the sayings, and it came out of, I think, the Everyday Details maybe, which is going away. And then I backed it with the granny apple green, the color of the card. So that's what our layers are going to be. So I'm going to set that to the side. And here's my 3 pieces of paper. So I have them all face up the way I want them to be. So that's how I'm going to be cutting them. We're going to bring, and these are cut at 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Yes, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So we're going to cut them all at one time, and you don't have to measure this. What you can do is stack those all 3 together, put them at an angle on your paper trimmer. Now I shut mine so not all the way down, but because I want to see where I'm at on it. I shut it when I want to cut it, and I go ahead and I cut. Okay, so there's my top. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to cut at the bottom. So there we have, you make 2 cuts is all you make, 2 cuts, and your paper is cut to fit like that. But we're not going to put those pieces together. What we are going to do, I'm going to take these and I'm going to put these out in 1, 2, I'm going to have to move those cards up a minute, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then this one's going to go 1, 2, and 3, and then this one's going to go 1, 2, and 3. So that's how we separate our paper out, and it's all the same as you can see. So we have that all cut and ready for our cards. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of just printer paper, and I cut mine about 3 by 4. You can cut it any size you want. And I did a video of this. It's, gosh, I don't know, it's been a couple years ago that I did this, and I think I actually did it with measurements, but we're going for the gusset. We didn't do it with measurements. You don't really have to measure it. And if you'll notice, this one's cut a little bit bigger than this one is, you know, So it's just different, the way that they're cut. Because you might be a little, give it a little more up there or a little less. It just depends. But what we're going to do with this, we're going to do this one by one for each card. And I'm going to just ink up. I'm going to put glue on this part of my card base. And I'm going to go ahead and bring these in from this side so I can scoot it up. So I'm just going to lay this down, and I don't have to lay it all the way even. I just want to make sure I have it on there. Then I'm going to take the next piece, and what I do is when I stick that up there, I'll put my finger on that, and I'll bring that just to where it matches, right there. And then I'm going to bring this one down to where it matches. Whoops. This one. So there we go. We have that as a match. And I am going to... This one actually is over just a hair, so I'm going to move it over. And you don't want to overlap those. You just want to lay them to where they're on there. And that's not going to matter. We're going to glue that. But I see I got that over on my white is showing right here. So I'm just going to cut that white off underneath that, so it's not seen. So there's one. Now let's bring in another piece. We are going to just add some glue in there. And now I'm going to do this and take my pieces again. And I'm just going to stick that on. Bring this one and match it to that one. And therefore I got that one just not lined up exactly right, and I try to get it as close to that edge and hold it so that this edge will match up, and which it should, because they were all cut at the same time. And then this one, I'm going to hold right at the edge of that one. And I just rub those seams really good to get that. So there's the second one. Let's do the third one. What do you think about that? Do you think those are cute the way that's done? It's a quick way to do some cards. And you know, you could do them for Christmas, you could do them Easter, you know, you can do all kinds of themed prints with this. It works really good. So now let's take our last one. I do better with that turn just a little bit to the side for me to see that edge. I have old eyes. No spring chicken anymore here, that's for sure. And that, my friend, is not, because I don't have that. Oh goodness. One thing about this is taking that off a minute. I should have had that on there maybe just a hair straighter so that it would lay there better. But one thing, it's not going to hurt it to pull it off. Just be easy, don't tear your paper. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some fresh glue on it, because I don't want it so dry that my paper sticks. probably going to make a mess on my table by the time I get done with this, but that's okay. There we go. And this one's going to come down here. Just make sure we got that meeting. It's not too bad. I thought it was going to be bad. So see, because I got the paper a little crooked on there, it doesn't matter in the big scheme of things, as long as you have enough on each side of it. So there we go. We got all of that down. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to I'll bring in for this one because I have the paper sitting here of what I'm going to use. So this is my inside piece, and the reason why actually this one is it, because whatever this biggest piece here, I need to put a little bit of glue down there. It's not wanting to stick since I took it back up. There we go. Now that should work. Okay. Whatever this biggest piece is here, I take my little scrap that you can see here, and that's what's going on the inside. And I'm using 3 different colors of cardstock just to show you that you can pull out any of the colors in the paper. You don't have to stick with one color. And the reason why I'm doing the same colors that I did with the other paper is because you get 2 cards out of every cardstock, and that's what I wanted to go ahead and do with that. So let me go ahead and glue this one on here. And what I do here is I just put up my glue on the outside of each panel, just like we would on a regular card, and then I just kind of add some in the center to hold that down. Okay? Then we're going to bring it over and we're going to put it over here, and then those flaps will kind of hold down on that we have that look like they're laying loose. There we go. That's kind of crooked. I have crooked eyes tonight. Well, I have crooked eyes a lot. I shouldn't just say tonight. Let's try it this way. So when you get on camera, everything gets twisted a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on the front of my card. So it doesn't take real long to make 3 cards when you're doing this. I got glue on me from all the glue. And you would think, since I pre-record this, since I've made a couple mistakes, I would turn it off and start over again. But I'm not doing that because mistakes are real. We all make them in card making, but you can go on, and that's what I want to show you. So there's the front of that one, and we're going to just set it to the side. I'm going to give it a burnish again. And there we go. We're going to set that one off to the side for a minute. Then I'm going to bring in the next one, and we'll do our sayings at the end with these little pieces. We'll do put our sentiment on there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue my inside piece. And these are just what was cut off at the bottom where I cut the paper. It's a 6x6 piece, and I cut it 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So I took that bottom piece and cut them here. And then we're going to take the one with the mushrooms, and that's going to go on here. Let's go ahead and put this one on the inside, and it'll be out of my way. One thing, I'm not standing up. I'm sitting on a stool tonight, so that's probably, I'm used to standing up anymore to make my cards, but I will have to tell you, it's 11:30 at night when I'm doing this, so I'm tired. But that's when I work the best, is at nighttime, so here we are. So here I am, I'm just gluing this again. Putting some glue in the middle to hold it down, even though the sides of it will hold it. I'll put this over here where I can see it. I have glue on my fingers. So let's go ahead and lay this one down. And I'm gluing off camera because I'm sitting on this stool and I'm holding it close to me when I do that. Shouldn't do that. I should probably stand up. That's what I should be doing. There's a little bit of glue right there, so I'm going to take my glue eraser and I'm going to go ahead and erase that so it doesn't feel gluey. Now we'll do our last piece. And I am actually going to switch that out really quick. I'm going to put Melon Mambo on that. So let me do that just real quick. I think I'm going to like that a lot better on that one. So we'll switch it out. Should have did that beforehand, but I didn't. That's okay though. All's good. Take this piece away and put Melon Mambo. Yeah, that looks much better. That one looks better. So let's take and fold that. And we'll put our pieces together. So we've got these here. I like this paper with these little abstract prints on them a little bit. This one right here. So there we go with that one. We'll put that on the inside. So there's that one. This we'll put on our white. Let's turn that over. And then over just a hair. Tell you what, that printer paper doesn't want to move very easily. Once that gets on there, it is stuck. And I want it to unstick real quick. And there we go. Let's just move that over just a hair. There we go. Then we'll put it down. There we go. Whoops. Put it down. And there we go with that one. We'll put that on the front. And then we will just do our sayings. And what I did with each one of those was whatever color the card base was, that's the color of ink I used. So we're going to do that real quick. I'm all inked up though. So let's bring 3 of these in. I'm going to do it like this. So that's the 3 colors that we're using. I better get the Melon Mambo ink, since I went with Melon Mambo. So I've got the pumpkin pie in my hand, so we're going to use that. And I'm trying to think what stamp set I got this out of. Don't even remember. I didn't lay it to the side. Or did I? Yeah, I did. It's Mixed Labels. This is a new set that's going to be in, I think it's on, in actually the online exclusives. The new online exclusives. That's coming. So that's what this is saying. It says, "Your kindness made my day." And every one of my cards so far that I've made, they have been crooked, the saying has, because I have my sticker on there crooked, which I didn't notice. So my stamps are crooked, but once I put my bow on there, it's okay. I tried fixing my stamp and I still get it crooked, so I just left well enough alone. I've had to ink my ink pads tonight too, so I hope this one's inked okay. So now we're going to do Melon Mambo. Yeah, that looks nice and juicy. And I'm going to see if I can hold that. Get that a little straighter. Yep, that did it. There we go. Finally. And then we'll do Granny Apple Green. Granny Apple Green. And you could do them all in one color. You know, you wouldn't have to do it the way I'm doing it. But I just thought it would look cute to do that. So. Okay, so there's that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink up, I keep saying that. I'm going to glue and put these on here. These little pieces are like almost 1.5 inch, just under 1.5 inch, like you can't even count it as a measurement almost. By 2 7/8 is what fits this die right here. But of course, you know, depends on what kind of sentiment you're putting on your card, on what kind of shape you're going to need anything in. So this is just an idea. So let's get this one on. That's what I like about our glue. You can move things around a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I have some leftover pieces of my dimensionals, so I'm just going to take and I'm going to move that dimensional up a minute. It had one on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pieces and just put a piece across the center of the back. I hope you guys use your pieces also, because it's really a waste not to use those. So now I'm going to match them up with the cards that we have done. And you can put them anywhere you want. I kind of just put them right here down at the lower part. So let's put all three of those on. You can just put it where you think it might look best. And I tell you what, I think I'm going to put this one because there's a little bit of green in those mushrooms right there. So I'm going to put this one over to this side. Like that. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to do bows. And I have 2 bows made. I'm going to make one. And this is an 18-inch piece of twine. And I'm just going to double it, take, and I'm going to make this bow just like I'm tying my shoe. Pull that through, and then hold your finger there on your knot if you pull that your ends in, because that will keep your bow from curling on you. So there we go, we have it. So I'm just going to cut these pieces like so, and we're going to get us a glue dot. I love my glue dots for these little twines and stuff. Well, actually for all of my bows, but that one don't want to come off, does it? He is stuck there for life. And then I'm just going to take and put that right here on my card. I'm going to move that one out of the way. So I've got these pre-made. I went ahead and made 2, and then I just made 1 so you could see how I did it. I'm going to put 2. And then 1 more. Trying to see which way my bow went. That's crazy. There we go. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Then we're going to put this on. It did not come off. Nope, still there. Sometimes it's hard to get them to pull off. There we go with that one. Okay. Now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in some embellishments. And I've been trying and trying and trying to use up some embellishments, so we may have different sizes come on here, and that's okay too. I'm going to put 2 there, and I'm going to put a little bit bigger one maybe down in this area here. So there's that one. That's all done. Let's get the next one. And This one has the, how that got on the back side, I'll never know, but that's okay. We'll put that one right there. Then I'll come and get these bigger ones, and I'm going to put them right here. And we have one more. So, I hate when I get it stuck there on the table. And there we go. We have 3 cards made. Not bad, huh? So there's the 3 cards. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way so you'll be able to see what we've got. We have a mess. But then again, that's how Rita rolls. Rita rolls with a mess. The cameras just went crooked, so there we go. Focus back in, camera. And there is our cards that we did tonight. And then here's another pattern of the paper. And so those are the cards that I had done. So as you can see, you can use whatever you want. You can use other papers. I just went ahead and used this paper. I think it's such a cute little paper. It's happy paper. I call it happy paper. So anyway, look at the snail and the ladybugs and the mushrooms and little flowers and stuff. It's just happy. So there are the 3 cards I made. Actually, I made all 6 of these cards today because I made the 3 earlier and then I made these. So that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it. And remember, don't worry about the sizes. When you go to cut that, it's just putting it on your paper trimmer and cutting all 3 pieces at the same time so you get the same size. Now what you can do, because I cut my paper right to the size I wanted it on here, you could cut your paper 5 1/4 by 4 and then cut it down in case your edges aren't even right through here. And you can do that too, and cut it down. You could take your paper and cut it, and then cut it with a die cut, like to make a frame out of it. So there's just lots and lots and lots of things you can do with that. So anyway, that is your cards for today. And again, it's Simply Saturday, so I wanted to do something simple. This one might be a little bit more involved than what I'm usually been doing, but I just wanted to show this paper, and I love this little technique. And I hadn't done it in a long time. I should have looked at the date of when I did it, but it's been a long time. And I know there's new people in here, so it might be new to you, or it might be something that you've already seen. I know it's out there a lot. So anyway, I want you all to have a nice holiday. You know, we have Christmas coming up really soon. So I wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I just wish you lots of health and happiness during this next week, and that you get to see family and friends, and just be able to celebrate. If you don't celebrate Christmas, that's okay too, and I wish you the best of the health and happiness. So I will see you though again next Saturday. I'll be here. I won't be doing a Tuesday live. That is Christmas Eve, and the only reason why I'm not doing this, not because it's Christmas Eve, but I scheduled a hair appointment on Christmas Eve at 10:30 in the morning without thinking that Christmas Eve was on a Tuesday. So I'm going to be getting my hair cut. Also, if anybody wants to order from me, here's my host code for this month, and that is B9P2PRC2. It's kind of hard to see right there. Let me see if I can scoot that over out of the shadows of everything, and maybe it'll be seen a little bit more. But if you don't have a demonstrator and you see stuff you'd like to order, now remember what I'm using tonight is not available until January 7th. If you don't have a catalog and you would like one, and that, just let me know and I'll be able to send you one. And with all that being said, I hope you all have a nice nice rest of your weekend. If you're watching this on Saturday, I hope your weekend goes nice. And again, that you have a Merry Christmas. Thank you, and bye.